going for the Shadow Blade instead. No real other invis, right?
Well, Silent as the Grave, perhaps, on Visage. Looks like the call right now is going to be for that Vlad's. Right? That's what builds into Vlad's?
Yes.
All right. You know, these things are changing under my feet constantly, but hold that thought. Now it is Drow Ranger. Hold up. Here comes the Repel, but a Void Spirit diving in deep will pick off the Hoodwink. The attention gets turned onto the Omni Knight next. Falls low, but will slink away. It's 4 heroes down here for TBD. They only lose 1 on Visage and the 4 birds. Just that Hoodwink. And now the pressure with that Visage, it is non-negligible. They're going to make a run at this tower? Or no, it's going to be a smoke. And a rotation mid for this Void Spirit immediately pops it. But here comes the Rubik and the Oracle. Looking to get a redemption kill. Or furthering their kill, sorry. It is the Dire who is the aggressor down there in bot lane. These two sentry wards looking at each other menacingly. Knowing that they're alive, either one of them.
Jug in the jungle.
Jug is found. The Quap is extremely deep, not knowing that the Dire are out for blood. It's a hasted Void Spirit. She jumps away, a Resonant Pulse, the Taunt, the Repel, save from Omni Knight. That root from the Oracle isn't going to do anything against that Repel. What a counter from this Omni Knight. Well, the Dagon comes out. Quap is hitting all of her buttons just to irritate the Void Spirit. There's no way she was getting that kill, but you know, sometimes again you want to keep it loose, test out the Dagon, make sure it does what the shopkeeper said it was going to do.
And it does. You have Dagon.
Yeah. Oh wow, a massive burst onto Juggernaut up here from that Acorn shot. The Ultra Dreamboat takes away half his health. Cream now has to spin away lest he get bushwhacked, which he avoided from that spin. Stack some camps, shake it off, bud. You've earned it. Get some orange slices. Feel better.
Yeah, just buckling down and farming. Kind of didn't have the perfect lane, but really like doing great on XP. Tied for highest level in the game. And as Juggernaut, you're not worried. You like gear.
Yeah, takes that duelist damage from Juggernaut.
Love it. That increases your Omni Slash damage because Duelist is always present, and it increases your farm speed because the creeps are always looking at you in the jungle.
That's fair too. That's a good point. Visage has this Vladimir's offering up, and that might just be the go order for the Tower Kill World Tour. There's more pressure applied down here in the bot lane. But it's mid lane that goes down. Void Spirit finding the Omni Knight and the Quap, the lift, the stun, a beautiful lift from Rubik, using the Quap against her own Omni Knight in a fiendish betrayal of flesh and mass. Now the Quap has to jump away. Some fancy footwork will juke out the taunt from the Void Spirit. She'll get away just fine.
Yeah, Arcane Supremacy buffing up Purification too. Like, amplified pure damage is delicious.
Ooh, that's not okay. Does that increase the heal or just the damage?
Oh, heal slash damage.
Wow.
It's gone now.
Yeah, it's gone. Invisrun now. Here in the river. Quap TPing bot. The Sand King gonna get rooted in his Sandstorm. No proper aggression yet. How's he progressing? Has those phase boots, has that Bloodstone. Looking for pipe. Up next, not going to be as effective as it was, per se, an hour and a half ago before 737C. They did nerf the barrier on pipe. Does he know? I mean, there's so much magic damage on the enemy team. Hold that thought, though. Hoodwink found. Almost juiced, but now it'll be the Rubik. The turn is there. 4 of his homies, or 3 of his homies, has his back. There's the Hammer of Purity onto this Void Spirit. Catches him just at the end of the edges of the Sonic Wave of Taunt to try to aid that escape. Now the chase is going deeper into the triangle. Oh, wow, that is a stacked camp. That is a good eye, Snoe.
Yeah, they don't see it though. The Void Spirit juking away from the stack, so they wouldn't see it on the chase.
See, that's smart. That's next level thinking, because as a support, you know, when your carries, I'm not going to say who, but when your carries get accosted and they're trying to find their exit plan, and they find the beautiful 401k that you've built for them in the safe triangle, it can be a little frustrating. It can be a little
triangle is not safe.
Demoralizing.
I'll take that as tribute.
Can you remember a time before the triangle, back when that was just ancient
Things are
creeds?
looking dire for Dire's bottom tower.
Oh.
That was unintentional. Forget I said that. Their
I
bottom
feel like it was
tower
a
is
triangle
in trouble.
for a long time.
I feel like this is like a Source 1, like 80 map versions ago, Boomer Brain, remember
like
one.
Roshan next to Dire Tier 1 middle.
Stream back. Did the stream go down, folks? We good? Yeah, it's still good on my end. Are we still on the draft screen? We are still on the I never flipped it over to the main screen. Good stuff. All right, you've been looking at my face for 20 minutes. What a horror.
You are the
Apologies,
dude. You're
folks.
the show. You're the Chad.
I've been mewing this whole time. Not a lot of people would tell you that you can cast and mew at the same time, but I'm here to tell you that at Heckle Studios, if you can't mew and cast at the same time, we show you the door. Okay?
Straight out the door.
You can go cast Rocket League down the street.
It's going to be a huge fight. Even gold. Around 20 minutes. Smokes out.
Yeah, 10-6 kill score. A lot of engagements for maybe not as many kills as I thought there would be at this stage in the game.
Yeah, for sure.
The Sand King. The Vision Wars. The Punishment Due.
Division Wars.
All wars are division. Do you know what I mean when I say this?
I do. I do.
It's sad.
Jug's ready to fight. He almost has Manta up. Yeah, Manta. There's a silence. It's purgeable. You just want to go Manta on the hero, especially with this facet too, because your illusions get blade form.
This is a tough call from the supports here on Team TBD. Do you deward that Vision Ward, knowing full well that the enemies can see your Sentry Ward that's just on the ground? But if you deward, then you know. Meanwhile, mid lane, Omni Knight getting slapped down. Has that repel on him. Will pop Guardian Angel and die anyway, so maybe not the best use. Kagami on this Void Spirit now running away, but now back into the fight with this Haste Rune. Woodwink lifted in the back. Here comes the taunt. Not in time. The Quap will blink away. Now it's 5 Dire heroes mid. His Visage is scooping around the side. And, a sad Omni Slash, right? Oh, yeah, no shard there. That is rough, or not even a Scepter. The 20-minute Aghanim Scepter on Juggernaut. Hachi-machi. Doc, what are you talking about? Of course he doesn't have it.
You can rush it. There's games where you can rush it.
Is that
you
good?
Can go Yasha into Oggs. If this is we need to win a fight right now or we lose the game.
I guess. Oh, wow. I didn't realize that there's a little green cube for the Acorn shot for the Rubik Arcana. That's good.
Oh, that's good.
That's good stuff. Maelstrom done. Yasha done on this Juggernaut. Manta recipe flying out. We'll have Manta style for this next fight.
If you're in the vicinity of Dire's top tower, I'd put on a hard hat.
And it seems like even though they do have a small gold lead, the Radiant side, Visage and the Four Birds, is a bit on the back foot. The Dire's being very active with their smokes, with their pressure. Everything all right? We doing good, Snoe?
Yep. For sure, for sure.
Good, good. Yeah, the Team TBD being a bit more active. You know, this Void Spirit is chatting out. This Juggernaut, despite that sad Omni Slash, is keeping up on their form. Has a 2k lead over their hard carry counterpart with this Drow Ranger. But she's been content to farm. You know, she's got that Yasha of her own. Is working on that Shadow Blade. Could this be a Silver Edge for who? Who would that be for?
It turns off crit. I don't know what it really turns off.
What about
they redid all that recently?
Visage passive? Gave a Gravekeeper cloak?
I'm not sure. I'm really not sure.
Is that breakable? We can alt tab and see. Cannot be dispelled. That's stone form. Breakable? Yes, you can break Gravekeeper's cloak.
Where did you find that?
If you click on Visage, the hero, and then hold Alt and hover over Gravekeeper's cloak, it'll be right. You don't even have to hold Alt. It says it right there at the top. Breakable. Oh, but Juggernaut, you have been found. by this Hoodwink, but Hoodwink, you don't know the danger that you're in, and a max-range Bushwhack, and the lift from the Rubik. Oh, wow, the jump to the low ground with the Hoodwink ult, but this Omni Slash will be committed. Sharpshooter cannot save you, Hoodwink. Jug will pick up that kill.
Oh, but will we see a rebuttal?
Yes, this Radiant team, Visage and the four birds, they are circling around. There's a protection smoke from this Void Spirit. They will know the target will be this tier 1 tower that doesn't exist top. Good.
They want blood. I think
they
want just by low numbers.
I don't think they're gonna get it though. And it will not be a Silver Edge for the Drow Ranger. She's going to opt for the Hurricane Pike first, at least.
It's good. It's going to be good against the Void Spirit.
Sure.
You'll be able to get yourself out of there.
Yeah.
If you can get away with him decently well, there's not too much to worry about. Oh, the Oghanims, though. Oh, the Void Spirit is up.
Oh, wow.
Scary.
Is that the, Oh, the silence on Resonant Pulse. Very good, very good.
Yeah,
I want to see the Remnant Bonanza. Oh, the blink in from this Quap. We've seen this story before. The lift from the Rubik. 2K falling low. There's the repel, but it's not enough. Clarkle's on the Sand King, stunning up the Void Spear, but he will pogo stick away. Got some Hangul in chat.
A little bit of Korean.
A little Korean. Man, I miss those old Nexon leagues, man. They were on some next level stuff with Nexon.
Just bring in the hype.
Jesus, stick. Oh, the jump in from Void Spear, showing off that shiny new ag, silencing up the Hoodwink. Tries to kill the Rubik, not enough. Juggernaut will spin her down. Kills the Hoodwink again. Really has her number. Meanwhile, Clarkles is going for it. Up, the Epicenter comes out with that Bloodstone. It's not hitting much of anyone except for this Void Spirit, who's not doing a ton against. But there's the Sonic Wave from the depths, taking out that Rubik, repelling back the Dire. But it's another Omni Slash from Cream on this Juggernaut. 2K now, falling low, as is this Oracle. The spin on Cream, going for the Omni Knight, gets the double kill. And Oracle is weaving in and out. IITS. Well,
wow.
Live. That's a 4 on the deck for the Radiant. Visage and the four birds getting bested by the actual Visage and his 4 teammates. Now they're going to take the portal to top. The call is Roshan.
Yeah, that was a big 1-by-1 fight. They just focused one target at a time. They killed the Hoodwink with the initial spin, and then the Sand King was way isolated, killed with an Omni Flash. Omni Knight came running after the Drow and the Clops because they went in, and then just taunted up and spun down. It was kind of a 1-by-1 tricklet. Call out a tricklet.
Oh, yeah. And, you know, we see this, we were saying in the draft stage, or at least I was saying in the draft stage, that it was the Dire that would be a little team fight light without a big team fight ult, like, you know, a Black Holer or Ravage or something like that. But it's really the Radiant that are not faring so well in these engagements, even with Sonic Wave, even with Epicenter, and even with Guardian Angel.
Yeah.
Daedalus coming next for this Void Spirit. He's looking to clap.
Yeah, that's interesting. Well, we know which 25 talent this Void Spirit's going to look for.
Is that the Astral Strep? Astral Strep is a different ability.
You don't want that.
You get
don't want that.
Yeah, man. My sophomore year of college, I got Astral Strep.
I almost spit water all over myself.
That's good. That's good. That's good audio. Capturing all of it, unless Chris would eat it selfishly.
Do that up, dude.
I want wet audio. You know what I mean? And there's the pause. They cannot handle this. Like, why does Doc want wet audio? Can you elaborate on that, please?
Want to ruminate on that a little bit. The top 2 net worth right now is on this Dire team, the Juggernaut and the Void Spirit. Strong heroes that look to go in. The Blink Dagger is up on Jug. So,
wow.
Drow has Shadowblade, but Juggernaut has Dust. So the counters and the counter-counters are already in play.
Did you know that could happen?
What?
As a core, you can buy Dust?
Oh, yeah. It's free. Dude, I do that all the time.
It's what, 75 gold for a
80,
free
dude.
kill?
80 to
80? Come on. Oh, not current gold. Go back to
Maximum unpause.
I can't open up the map.
Bug. Just kidding. If anybody here used the Midas bug, you can get out the door.
Yeah, I want you to close this stream and unsubscribe if you were subscribed to MD2L. If you're subscribed to twitch.tv/Dr. Heckle, I don't want your money. You're scum.
We don't use exploits here.
No, this is a clean cast.
Dark Day.
You can cast Rocket League down the street.
Yep.
Bushwhack coming in on this Void Spirit, but they will turn their eyes to this tier 2, and it is falling fast. This is looking like a Deadlock Guardian the way that they're chewing this thing up.
Like, Blade Form, that's one of the big boons of Blade Form. He's not using Manta, though. But even just the Manta on the Void Spirit. Universal Illusions are great. Oh, come on.
Yeah, having a little trouble getting that last little bit of health away from that tower. And they'll even steal the Tormentor on their way out. Now, this is the correct order in which you're supposed to do things. You get the tower first, helps that you have a or an Oracle to heal everybody, and then you get the Tormentor.
Yep, with Healing Word, too.
I realize now that only mutes it in Discord, not in the stream, so you all heard that cough. It's good. It's that for Snow. Rubik now.
I still heard it a little bit. I think I heard it through Dota's open mic.
Oh. Piss.
It's on the ticket.
Rubik.
If you don't watch this through the ticket, I highly also suggest that you do.
Yeah, if you're not
during the draft.
Anything we cast, we always have a little treat for the ticket watchers before we flip it over to the main stream. It's not for the kiddos. I will say that.
No.
It's kind of like Heckle Studios After Dark. It's good. If you like this brand, if you like this flavor, you'll love that shit. I promise. It's a lot looser.
Are the qualifiers for TI done?
Yes. All 16 teams are ready for the tournament that starts next week. Yes.
Holy crap. Yeah, that's a good idea.
Yeah. You know, visas historically have been challenging for some regions in for the international specifically.
Don't look now, but
tier 2 bottom now the target for this dire team. TBD just flexing this Aegis advantage, turning that into a larger and a larger gold lead. Take a look at the graph, and there's just a sharp drop-off after that. Big team fight win. It's a 4K lead. 13-11 kill lead as well. Juggernaut still has this Aegis. The last T2 is being eyed up.
Yeah, the wave's kind of pushed in a little bit. Let's see if they try to cut. No, just going to try to split the map. They might get this tower top, which is the first tier 2. That has some work.
Hoodwink plinking away. You can take the, you can steal the enemy, what was it? You can take it the first T2, but Void Spirit will not let this transgression stand. Blows up the Hoodwink for her insolence. Nobody backdoors in my team.
Brutal. So they keep their Fortify. They have a Fortify refresh. And if you have tier 2s, here's a little tip for all you core and carry players out there. Buyback is so good.
Oh shit. Juggernaut gets silenced from the... Oh, but a huge blink in from 2K. Gets that Sonic Wave stolen and thrown right back in her face. Dies to the lingering damage, even though she blinked away for the latter stages of it. And speaking of blinks, it's the blink in from the Juggernaut. The Maelstrom's gleaming as the Reign of Destiny now from the Oracle supplanting this push. They want this T2 so bad. That what a crazy play into Aegis from 2K on this quap. That was wild.
A little too aggressive for the last tier 2. Mid towers are important, but like as you saw, Jug was going deep and the Aegis ran out. You waited like 30 seconds. Maybe you can go for a smoke pick or something. A little too deep. It was a nasty spell usage, but hard to follow up.
Yeah. Hit 2, including the Void Spirit. Now Jug has half of an Aghanim stun. Or actually, sorry, hold that thought, has the whole damn thing. So now he will have that Swift Slash. The Splish Splash.
Yep. Splish Splash is here. We're at the real water park. Sorry, Kunka.
Finally, I get my wet audio.
Yeah, exactly. Drow looking for the butterfly and the shard.
Interesting. Shard is Glacier, right? Not the Frost Hours, not that hypothermia.
Correct. The Aghanim's is amazing. That's why it costs like
4,200 gold.
Oh, Hoodwink?
Hoodwink? Where? Where's this happening?
Dire
Oh,
is
in the
kicking
jungle.
sweet hell out of
Being
Radiant's
pursued
bottom
by this
tower.
invisible Rubik. Has the Aetherlands, has the Glimmer Cape. Sort of, I'm supporting starter pack. Has that Blink Dagger queued up. This is no M4 play. This is week 7 of MD2L's Swiss group stage. These teams are hungry for it. I believe neither of these teams have been eliminated yet. Of course, I can always check. Let me just tab out, and I'll let you have that. Bliss, thank you for the stream update. I appreciate that, buddy. Let's see. You're going to get some reduced frame rate because I've alt-tabbed while I check. She's screaming at creeps. This quap.
Sounds like a Flaming Lips lyric.
Screaming at creeps. Yeah, Clarkles' team. Visage, not doing so good. 1-4-1. That's 4 losses, 1 win, 1 tie. Meanwhile, the team TBD, 1-2-3. A couple more ties. A few less outright losses.
Wow. Huge Omni Slash going on in the Drow, but it bounces to the Omni Knight living. Drow's barely living.
Drow will get spun down, though. There's the Epicenter with that Bloodstone mid. Oracle will ult himself. Now Clarkle's looking to get out with that Sandstorm. Is accosted at all sides. The Splish Splash comes out from the Juggernaut. Gets him wet. Sand Kings hate this one weird trick. 2K getting slapped down with a Visage stun, trying to blink out, but there's the root. A triple kill for Cream. And this Juggernaut is fully online. Now the call is going to be high ground.
Yep, absolutely catapulted. You have melee force. The double damage on the Void Spirit was bottled for a while, just waiting for that fight. And they went on the Visage. Visage just start to burst down because of Gravekeeper's cloak, so it brought a little bit of extra time.
Yeah. Oh, a deep dive now from the Juggernaut. That was the Swift Slash. You know, Omni Slash is still down. They're going to try to commute this into a second tier 3. Might be a little ambitious. The Reign of Destiny from the Oracle coming down. Some slap heals. But Drow in the back with that crossbow, repelling the creeps. A big bushwhack coming out from Hoodwink, but might have overstepped just a little bit. Will get away with a minuscule amount of health. The jump back with Sharpshooter, the heal from Omni Knight. They are baiting them so hard. There's some major stage gooning going on here. With this Hoodwink kill, will not get it. Tier 3 will go down, though. TBD, maybe biting off a little more than they could chew, but still gets a nice little chunk.
Wow, none of them died, so it's a success. They got another tier 3. It was risky, and they had to contend with their own demons, you know what I mean?
Who doesn't? You know? Dagon level 4 up, speaking of which, on this Queen of Pain, with the Sanch and Yasha. Kaya and Sanch, sorry. Oh, Juggernaut going on this Clarkle's Sand King mid. Not quite enough. It's only the Swift Slash, though. Still has that Omni Slash, and now Queen of Pain, for her reaction, for her own love of her own friends, gets punished.
Yeah, once Void Spirit has that Aghanim's, and the closest thing Pop has to a defensive item is a Kaya and Khan, so it can kind of get chain silence. Oh,
yeah, that is not good. There's Rubik playing with fire, but it's really just a bait the whole time. Feeding it right into Cream's mouth. This Juggernaut is fearsome. He's the alpha predator.
I guess to say it like that, man.
What? Getting something into Cream's mouth? Cream's the Juggernaut player. Snoe, okay? There's nothing weird about what I'm saying. Gets silenced, gets Manta Dispel it, spins away. It's a couple good schmacks in. Cream with a mouthful of Hoodwink. Trying to make this push uphill without his team.
Butterfly is up, and Drow counters that naturally, of course, but still, it's tough. You're going to have some Acorn shots that miss. Pop right clicks that miss, non-marksmanship shots that might miss.
Sure. Yeah, I mean, Swift Blink has to be next, right? He's getting pretty slotted over there on Cream. on this Juggernaut.
You could option for the Aghanim's Blessing into something like a not Shiva's, oh god, Scotty or Abyssal, depending on what you need.
And Cream is going to town on Roshan. It is brutal. He doesn't even need anyone. He's just not even taking damage. The Boots of Bearing will get committed anyway from this Visage. There'll be another Aegis. Eventually, yes, Cream will take it. Juggernaut will have 2 more lives. Looking to slam the door on this one. A now 19k gold lead. 14 TBD, a 21-11 kill score advantage. For some reason, this game has felt bloodier, but it really has just been TBD dominating these team fights. Pardon me. I'm fighting a bad case of indigestion, is what I will say. A little peek behind the curtain here, so if I'm stopping the middle of my descriptions of team fights, that's probably why.
Thanks for parting the kimono for us there. It's always nice to take a look.
Mm-hmm. There's a lot going on back here. Heckle Studios is an intricate machine. And I feel like by cluing you, our viewers, into that, it's, you know, it just makes everything a bit more impactful, a bit more lively.
Yeah.
Smoke now on the Juggernaut and the Oracle. The Blink in and the Omni Slash goes right back to Creeps. Sorry, Drow Ranger quick on that Shadow Blade. And no preemptive Dust protected. The Melee Rax goes down.
Melee Rax melted.
It kind of came and went. You know, the Glyph is back up if they want to defend this ranged Rax, or if they want to hold it up for that top tier 3. Putting down some wards. It will be scouted out by this Sentry. Preemptive. Cream now getting lit up. Devours a ranged Rax. Now another full range of Rax goes down as Void Spirit leaps in. BKB out. Hoodwink will not be able to slink away that time. Sand King is next. There's the buyback. A huge Scream. Counter Scream now for Rubik. Sonic Waves flying out left and right. Like an intricate chess match of the throat. Juggernaut will go top. Going for this tier 3. Still has Aegis. Still has Ags. I don't know why I phrased it like that. Of course he would have Ags. Oh, and there is a Epicenter coming out from Sand King. There's the Bloodstone. Will take out this Juggernaut's first life. There's the lift of Quap onto Sand King. Goes down. There's the Omni Slash onto Sand King as well. Maybe that was just a Splish Splash. Will die back here. Yes, goes down the spin. Coming out. Omni Knight trying to live. Will not. Juggernaut just taking over this game. Cream takes out those last pair of Racks. Buyback from the Drow, but it's Vega Creeps. It's GG. Gets called by Visage. And the Four Birds. Team TBD will take game 1.
Yeah, that was clean. They played their timings really well. They didn't try to force things when they didn't need to. And I think that Void Spirit was a fantastic last pick. They had a player that was comfortable on it. Was ready to step up and really fill that role. And it's the thing about Dota. You get the right people in the right places, and the game can almost play itself.
Oh, yeah. And I will cut that all for ticket watchers. Sorry, you'll have to see the stream for the rest of that. Just looking at this graph, it was so close for so long, and then it was just all TBD all the time, going off the cliff face. Wow. Just brutal.
Join lobby.
Oh, click and we are already in lobby 2. We're going to cut it real quick, though. We're going to go to a break. We'll be right back. Folks, don't go away. We're going to be, again, it will be very quick. We will, I need to make the broadcast channel right now as I'm saying this. It's up. Heckle Studios will be in the ticket for Game 2. Don't go away.
seconds.
Welcome back. It's MD2L, final week of the Swiss stage. We got some indigestion and Visage and the Four Birds versus Team TBD. These are two teams right on the bottom edge of the bubble. They need these wins. Team TBD getting that game 1 win. I'm back. It's Dr. Heckle, and with me always is Snoe Plaus.
Good to be. Yeah, you at this stage of the Swiss, you don't want to be in the bottom couple teams because you missed the playoffs. Only the top 16 make it onto the playoff.
Yep. Top 8, go to top 8. Lower 8, go to the lower bracket. But enough of jibber-jabbering. Don't adjust that dial, folks. We got a draft for you, and it may look very, very, very similar to that first game, which apparently was not on the ticket. So they might just be running this back from replay, perhaps. We see these same bands.
I mean, they seem rather comfortable playing with the Rubik. They're not afraid of giving away the Omni Knight because, yeah, stealing Omni Knight spells is good. I mean, we saw that Purification come through. I don't know, did we see a GA steal?
I think we saw a Repel steal, but not a GA steal.
Sure. We saw plenty of...
Oh, they fixed the Midas glitch, right?
Yes, they had to.
Yeah.
But if you lose in game 1 and then you pick Ogre to use the Midas glitch in game 2, I think you're banned forever.
We're not referees here. We're just the talent, okay? We're casters. But I will lay the law down, okay? And Ogre Mage was also glitched for a bit because of the weirdness around Hand of Midas. If you haven't been paying attention, folks, Hand of Midas has been pretty messed up for the past, I think, like 2 days now, where you could refresh its duration pretty effortlessly.
It's cooldown.
Yes, it's cooldown for the charges, but part of that also disabled the ability to multicast it, apparently. But that has also been fixed.
Yep, so we're probably going to see the common run-of-the-mill fair Hand of Midas on Ogre.
Yep.
5 seconds.
Yeah, that'll do well, but once again... Rubik likes Fire Blast, Rubik likes Ignite, Rubik likes Bloodlust.
All good spells, single target spells, and they come out instantly. You don't have the big wind-up animation for Fire Blast or Ignite or any of that stuff. Maybe wouldn't love the unrefined Fire Blast because he does enjoy his mana not being reduced any percentage manner. And we have our first deviation from these bans. The Juggernaut is banned. The Mars is picked for Visage and the Four Birds. Wow.
Yeah, Snoe King handout too determined that was a problem. Fine, you don't want to see Jug, we're not going to see your Sand King.
And once again, spitting in the face of Visage and the Four Birds will steal the Visage for themselves. It was a pretty big part of the pushing engine in that first game.
Yeah, and that's a solid lane. It seemed resilient against the Drow, right?
We're 10 seconds out.
Yeah, there was that bottom lane. This was the lane. Visage Rubik.
Yeah, and let's see, the R's are still good here. I mean, Vlad's is timeless. That didn't receive a nerf, right?
I do not believe so. Lifesteal not nerfed as direct healing was in this 737C patch.
Okay. And if you're a carry, you're always happy if someone else is getting a Vlad's. It's just so good in fights.
Ooh. It's Snapfire as Team TBD's third pick. Probably the second support, unless this is the support for Visage. Probably not.
Flexible draft.
10 seconds.
We can't be sure about any of these heroes. They can all play support or core roles. Some to greater effect than others.
Sure, and we did just say that Core Rubik did get nerfed a little bit in this most recent minor patch. That 2 base damage getting lopped off the end.
Yep. Didn't feel it too much last game. I was making a big deal about it.
I mean, he stole Sonic Wave like 8 times.
Yes.
So like,
base damage doesn't matter then.
It's not the most painful thing.
Who do you follow up here? You have a Mars?
I mean,
or like a Medusa, Phoenix.
The complexion of Visage and the Four Birds' draft this time around is completely different than that first game, and we're going to see Lion Now, we were just talking about draft ambiguity, as we always do for these. Good drafts are ambiguous drafts. It creates that sort of fog of war for your strategy, trying to not lay things too bare. Is this going to be Fist of Death mid-Lion, or are we going to get always effective Midas Rushing Ogre mid? Or are these both supports?
These are probably the supports. You have a hefty amount of magic damage and damage you can kind of pour into arena. You want your arenas to net you kills, or if the fight gets to restart, then you're down a bunch of resources. Lion can help you secure that with the burst damage, and Lion got a buff in the last patch, Hex range, so even more of a menace from further away.
That's huge. It helps with catch, helps with disables. And unlike that last draft, we're already seeing this sort of team fight come together. We're seeing these disables come together. It's a Weaver pick for their 4th overall for Visage and the 4 birds. But Snoe, I gotta ask you, if Gilbert Arenas played Dota, who would he play?
I mean, the cop-out answer to that is Muerta.
Okay, sure.
10 seconds.
Who else has a gun? Snapfire?
Snapfire,
5
Sniper.
seconds.
Sniper.
But Gil, he would play kind of a hothead. He would play a carry role.
Okay.
Yeah, that was kind of his role on the Wizards. Pure scorer.
Okay. Maybe the kind of carry that like dies twice in lane and goes like GG, pulling up, him done.
No, he had a decent attitude. I guess some of his opinions and views are a bit outlandish, but he balled.
Okay.
But this Weaver pick, I think you already have your crowd control all checked off, right? You have your burst damage.
All right.
So
I'm seeing at least 3 stuns.
Yeah. Okay.
Look who slipped through the bands. Fuzzy Wuzzy himself. Ursa will be the 4th pick for Team TBD. And yeah, we'll just get to see how S tier this carry really is, Snow. I mean, you were talking up a big game last game during the draft. So we'll see.
Yeah, a lot to contend with. There's stuns. You can't jump out of arena if you're Ursa.
Oh yeah, you'll just get stabbed, right?
Yeah, Weaver has more mobility tools than an Ursa, so the Kai potential is a little scary without a lot of that guaranteed hard lockdown coming from Team TDD. But I mean, Ursa can still just rampage through your team if you land a telekinesis, or if you get a good Visage Bird chain stun. Your Ursa can clean up some of these low health heroes like the Lion or early game Weaver.
Yeah, those could be between like Rubik Burst, Ursa swipes. Yeah, those Lion Weaver could be served up right on the plate for cream. Just a big mouthful, just like last game.
Dyer gets the ban.
Dragonite banned out again, this time by Visage and the 4 birds. The Void Spirit also banned out. Do not want to see that again. Kagami ran a tight ship on that hero. OD banned out by Team TBD. Don't want to see it.
10 seconds.
Does Astral Imprisonment's duration get reduced by
We're starting in 5 seconds.
Overpower? The Ursa ability?
Turn to pick.
I'm not sure. I think it does reduce debuff duration, and also Sanj reduces the duration of the banishment. So
okay.
I think it does reduce that. It's a little blip.
Strong stuff. A wise Viper ban here. Viper makes Ursa unbelievably sad.
10 seconds.
Indeed.
Also, the hero's just strong. Good mid hero.
They 5 seconds.
Revived Nether Toxin. And maybe old Nether Toxin. This is when you did more damage, the less health the enemy had, as I believe they're innate.
Yes, I loved that. I used to level that passive because it was good in lane, good for CSing, good for trading.
And there's no counterplay.
Just be healthy.
Just be healthy. Just don't get hit, forehead. It's the Elden Ring advice. And we're going to see Primal Beast as the final pick for Team TBD. Maybe they're mid-hero, maybe they're offlaner. We can see a mid-Visage. But, wow, he looks very small next to Ursa, but I think that's just a perspective thing.
Yeah, he's in the background a little bit. He got,
10
I think,
seconds.
his move speed nerf. He is for Primal.
5 seconds. 4, 3, you get it.
Yes. lost 5 move speed, now a 305 move speed hero.
It's gonna hurt trample.
Yeah, exactly. It also touches on trample, so that's relevant for him. But decent here. More frontline vision. You always want vision for your Visage, Rubik, Snapfire, and someone to go in with Ursa. Ursa doesn't like to go alone and soak all the kitey spells. Primal Beast is going to draw a lot of that attention.
Good single target lockdown for the Weaver as well. Adds some team fight. Has a good locus of focus for Snapfire. Oh, and here is a hero that I have not seen in quite some time. It's a Necrophos last pick for Visage in the 4 birds.
Yes.
Stinky. And he just got buffed, if memory serves. That incoming spell damage in Ghost Shroud did get reduced, I believe, from 30 to 25%. Can you check me on that, Snoe?
Yeah.
Are you
is for Necro.
Are you seeing 2 Marses also on your screen? There's several heroes that are doubled up. I think all heroes, actually. This is like...
I didn't get the doubles. But some base intelligence increased, and the Ghost Shroud increased magic damage decreased. So, substantial buffs to Necrophos.
Yeah, and we will see him firsthand how strong he is now. Maybe even 2 of them, because don't check your drinks for drugs. I think the game is just having a normal one, or maybe maybe the food poisoning is finally working its way through my system, and I'm encountering some visual hallucinations.
We'll see.
We shall see. Some good sets here. Again, Visage with the drip, Rubik with the drip. This is an awful Lion set, but I'm into it.
Ogre with that rip.
Yeah, he's digging. He's with the workers.
Shout out to the workers.
Shout out to the workers.
Labor Day coming up.
Yeah, Labor Day's next. I think this coming weekend.
Yes.
You can catch my Labor Day stream where I talk about unionization in the software engineering industry, or lack thereof. That'll be an 8-hour lecture on twitch.tv/Dr. Heckle. Tune in. Make sure don't miss it. Both people in chat will, I'm sure, love it as well.
You don't want to miss that, believe me. I've heard those all times of the day, all times of the night, and it never gets old.
Yeah, I'm always. I mean, you know, I run through it in chunks with you over Discord at 4 in the morning.
Oh,
as we see some
careful
positioning from both of these teams. Lion with the aggressive lane ward here, top lane. The Dire, they're swarming up here by the deep bounty rune spawning location. It's all 5 of them. The Radiant, Visage, and the 4 birds. A bit more spread. I'm going to remember to switch the scene this time so you get the nice full view and you just don't look at me looking at the screen, which is, of course, what the people want. I love this spray. You see this shit in the Radiant Triangle? I need that. That's sick as hell.
Oh, that's pretty good.
You've trained hard to be.
Of course, we might see a clash here. Ogre walking forward bravely gets shot by the gun. Paravine getting poked down low and will get trampled out. Vitruvius on this Visage snaps up first blood. We see another 3 bounty runes for our Radiant team. 1 unclaimed, perhaps? Question mark? Nope. Right? Yeah, 3. Yeah,
bounty runes were taken.
3 for the Radiant, 1 for the Dire. Already off to a swimming start, but does feed that first blood.
Yeah, I'll take first blood over a bounty rune.
Yeah, because now the Ogre's got to waddle over. It's not the best. But looking at these lanes, it's going to be Ursa Snapfire versus Lion and Mars here in the Dire safe lane. You know, it is going to be that mid-primal beast. Kagami will run it against 2K's Necrophos. Down here in the bottom, they're going to run back TBD's Visage Rubik off lane up against this Carry Weaver and Ogre Magi.
Learning curve, Ogre Magi. Get ready.
Oh, I love that. Maybe one of the best, facets flavor-wise And also, like, UI-wise, if you just hover over those talents, you can see he's made the proper changes to that.
Yep. Oh my god, 2 XP away from level 2. Brutal.
And then, oh yeah, that actually, getting First Blooded really hurts the Ogre Magi in this very specific scenario, huh? Does get up there, now has 3 levels, and up, immediately erupts, kills the Rubik off screen, gets killed by Vitruvius as the Weaver skitters away. Meanwhile, mid lane is
Death Pool. Visage made money off of that kill.
Stop
Yep.
dead.
They did get the better part of that exchange.
Yeah, that's a very relevant facet. A lot of bonus gold per kill can help you snowball as a Visage, which is what you want to do. That's a nice win condition. They're going on top.
Oh.
They're hitting this line blood grenade.
Yeah, onto the Ursa. Well, big shield bash there from the Mars. Clarkle's on this Mars this game. Calypsis on the Lion. I thought you were talking about Deadpool, but you said Death Toll. I forgot that that was a facet for... I was like, what the fuck are you talking about?
This is just watching Wolverine and Deadpool.
Yeah, in theaters now. Get your Wolverine popcorn bucket. Looks like a blow-up doll. It's very good stuff here.
Oh my god.
This is a good year for popcorn buckets. It all started with that Dune bucket, man.
The Dune bucket is here.
Lion with the Lotus Steel. Huge because they is getting a little banged up, even though he can slurp mana at any time realistically. And meanwhile, down here at bottom, there's the Soul Assumption, the lift, the Blood Grenade onto 2, but they will walk away, them being the Weaver and the Ogre Magi. Ogre Magi doing a little happy jig on the way out.
This is a tough lane for Primal. You're just constantly losing health to this Heartstopper. And
Yep.
it hurts.
It's no fun, makes you want to trample out.
Denied.
Just to let out your frustrations. You know, maybe if you've had a hard day, you come to MD2L to kind of own your lane, and go up against 2K's Quap, buying Dagons and stuff. It's much like this Lion getting chased down here in top lane by Cream. Cream smells it, wants it onto Calypsis. There's the jump forward, but the stun onto 2, but impaled onto the trees is Cream. Will go down to Clarkle's on this Mars. Ursa on the deck. Calypsis sucking off this, sucking off Snapfire. And maybe this is a bad exchange for Clarkle's. There comes the scatter shot. Sorry, Lil Shredder from Noob. And this is gonna be close to Noob with the double kill? Okay. Full lane wipe here into Noob with the aggressive tipping. Viper dapping up his snap. And man, it's always those little engagements, it's like, can I ride this line all the way to the end? And sometimes you just end up in a place where people live.
Denied.
Yeah, and it's hard to do those kind of calculations. As you saw there, it's the difference of one auto attack, whether or not you can finish that play off and get a 6 solo kill, or you die.
Yeah, in our stack we would call that a damage spread.
Oh yeah. That was kind of pretty firm though.
Yeah. Kagami
Ouch.
is suffering. And get this free bottle refill from Tanoob. TP's mid for the utility refill. Did they screw that up, or did... Yeah, they screwed up the bottle refill somehow. I don't know how that happened.
I don't know. Sometimes I get that wrong too.
It's a very tight window to take advantage of that fountain buff. Maybe it's something they broke when they were fixing Hand of Midas. Who could say? If it really is fixed. I'm watching you, Ogre Magi. I see your shit. I see Hand of Midas queued up.
Queued up. How many of them are queued up?
Yeah, right. It's just the one for now. But you will be watched. You will be scrutinized. The Lord will judge you on that horrible judgment day.
Radiant might want to haul some
Not
ass
saying
down
that
to
will
the
be
bottom
me.
tower. Oh, they still got one.
But someone.
Bottled haste. Trick Kagami can still just die to an ulti though.
Yep. Oh, and there it is. Oh!
Yep.
Yep. Gets zapped by 2K. Lion throwing out those voice quotes in all chat. Canoob a little slow on that jump in. That fire snap cookie to try to disrupt. I think that once that's out, that's an instant cast time.
Correct. It's just, yes, a little bit of time to cast saves or glimmer stuff.
And that's permanent buffs for this Necrophos. And we were just talking about how this Necrophos got buffed by this most recent patch. Has that Radiance queued up. Really feeling themselves in this game, too, between TBD and Visage in the Four Birds.
Yeah, and Ogre's almost level 5 to get that multi-cap. That's a big deal.
Don't worry about that. You already want wet audio. Okay.
Smoke popped. Booty ganks running away.
Who popped smoke? I didn't even see that.
Snap was smoking bottom.
Oh, yeah. Well, there are 3 heroes down here now for TBD. They're hungry for
wow.
it. Much like I was hungry for that General So's earlier, but it may have betrayed me.
Dude, I think the General So's is going to get the better of you.
I'm going to hang the General. Oh, a big 2-person cookie from this Snapfire, but is it too far of an extension? We'll go down to this Ogre Magi, gets slapped down by this big drill that he's lugging around behind him.
Dude, Ogre would listen to drill.
Ogre makes drill. He's a drill, UK drill rapper. Pioneer.
Okay. I think Ogre would do mumble rap.
Yeah, you could do both, you know? Not mutually exclusive. Started as a sort of jungle producer in the 90s, as we see the Arena of Blood committed here from Clarkles onto Ursa, and here comes Calypsis with the stun. Is it enough? A big cookie in from this Snapfire. I feel like these cookies are like foul potencies. It's like every time they come in, it's just like a little too late. So Ursa will go down with that first Arena of Blood. It's 5-4, 2K gold lead now for Visage and the Four Birds. You know, for these teams down here on the bubble for this playoff, which is rapidly approaching again. Oh, nobody saw that spear. And there's the leap in from Canoob. Another cookie. But is it another failed cookie? It is. Will result in their death. But here comes Cream. TPing in. He's large and hard for it. He's jumping after Clarkles, but will not get it. Will slap up Calypsis a little bit. Will not get that revenge kill as Snapfire is left unavenged in the grave.
No, it's kind of distressing for Ursa right now, trying to claw for that cornucopia, working towards Battle Fury. You want to be further along than that by now. And Mars is going to be making plays around the map soon, saving up for the blink. This Necrophos is going to be pressuring post-Radiance. Granted, you're going to have some time here because of the itemization coming out from your Radiant side, but we're going to see some pressure soon, especially from Weaver, too. 6 now, so it can be super aggressive.
Oh, yeah. You can always make those riskier plays and then bail yourself out. Much like the banks in 2008. Not insinuating that the banks were in control of the government, but
Dyer is scanning for enemies.
They certainly had some friends, is what I will say. What do I know? I was 18 when that happened. I was a college freshman and listening to Modest Mouse, you know. That's where my head was at. 10-minute mark, we're checking out this net worth, and it is Necrophos and Mars on top. Visage and the Four Birds looking much more healthy after this laning stage than last game. Not quite as even as the other offlaner, this Visage. Top in the net worth for the Dire, followed closely by the Primal Beast, the mid for TBD. And yes, much like every other game we've cast this season, the solo, or not the solo, the safe laners are suffering. Bringing up the rear for that core farm.
Well, welcome to this patch, right? This is not a safe laners patch.
There's a charge in from this Primal Beast. Might have been a little too hasty, because there's an Arena of Blood, gets trapped in there, has the blood sport so they cannot see or bail out this this Primal Beast. But he's pretty thick. He might just be able to waddle away from this roughly unharmed. There's the cookie to dodge the spear. Incredible cookie from Canoob. He will live even after the Finger of Death. Here's Ursa in the backside. He's going to ult. Bear, too angry to die. These body blocks from 2K, though. The 3-man scatter shot from Tanoob. They're playing out of their minds. Both of these teams, neither of these teams want to lose. TBD wants to get that 2-0, wants to be in the playoffs, but meanwhile, Visage and the 4 Birds, they want to even the score. They want to split it. Every game counts here in this second game, and these teams are playing like it. Love it.
Yeah. Insane shield rune usage. It was bottled up. Just used it, and Primal Beast is one of the best shield rune users because of that sensor. And then the cookies. You were talking dumb on the cookies, but that one was clutch.
The self cookies. What was the difference there? Use the cookie to save an ally rather than to initiate.
Indeed.
Gonna see a solo smoke now for this Snapfire, who has no mana. Unsure what the point of that was. Might have been a misclick. Has this Hand of Midas lurking in their quick buy. I'm judging you, Tanoob. I know your tricks. I know what you've been doing the past couple of days.
Midas.
And I want to stress that is what takes up the TP quick buy slot. So that was set explicitly. And it's going to be a dive here onto Tanoob. No mana. Gonna get stunned up, speared up, and yeah, just picked apart like smoked pork sandwich. 7-4 now, kill lead for Visage and the 4 Birds. 3K gold to complement that as well. This top tier 1 tower now the focus of this Radiant team. 4 heroes up here.
And Primal Beast is super sad. Looking for the Blade Mail. Has the recipe.
Oh boy.
Gonna clear up the back though. Nice recovery.
Don't look now, but Radiant's bottom tower is getting
through the twin gate.
It will be a 4-person twin gate bot. Sees those Visage Birds. And oh no, the cookie in. You know what that means. Imminent doom and destruction for Tanoob is just getting lit up like Christmas Day. Visage is first. Tanoob is second. The Vitruvius, they both hit the deck. Take that auto cast off a cookie. Please. Or that self cast. It has been nothing but trouble.
That is the portion. Oh,
now,
Blade Mail coming out. Oh, ouch.
Yeah, 1K gold swing there. Now the gold lead is up to 4K for Visage and the 4 Birds, but not Visage on TBD. I need to stress that is the name of the Radiant team. Now that they will turn their eyes to this other tier 1 tower. It's a bit healthier. They're not going to throw their full weight into it. They will be repelled. Missing conspicuously, of course, from both of these engagements was 2K. And they do have that relic. They are looking for that Talisman of Evasion to complete. The Radiant's next. Closing in on that, about 1K away. We'll find this amplified damage, though.
Hard part's over, though. Relic's the really hard and scary part, where you're just sitting around with $3 grand in your wallet.
Consider this. What if you pivot away? You just hang on to the relic casually.
Sure. Mars has the Blink Dagger now. No points in Bulwark, just going full aggro.
Wow, that's powerful. I mean, given the lane that they had, given the amount of aggression that they've been able to commit, you know, he was in Snapfire's lane, so he could definitely see whenever those cookies would be used on the Snapfire, so he knew exactly when to kind of go in and start some trouble.
Yeah, working it out.
Don't look now, but Radiant's
Is
bottom
Ringmaster legal right now in Captain's Blood?
No, there's no way.
Kind of funny.
Ringmaster is too good and pure for this life. If that were the case, I would have. I was about to say enter us in the TI qualifiers, but those again, that tournament starts next week, so maybe not so much.
Tower is insured. That thing is standing on its last brick.
Folks, if I make it to the end of this cast without vomiting all over my streaming setup, it will be an achievement and a win for me personally. I am really walking the line here, but that is how much I love MD2L. That is how much I love casting Dota. I love you guys for watching. Thank you for coming, spending your time with us on this Wednesday night. It's the Vital. I'm sweating over here. I'm like Nixon on debate night, folks. It's tough. It's tough in the streets for Dr. Heckle.
No mana for the Primal Beast middle. Nowhere to escape.
I'll just walk away. But maybe it's gonna be this Sakuchiing. Oh yeah, they're gonna commit Arena of Blood for this Rubik kill. They really want it.
Not bad.
Even with Sakuchi stolen,
Man, Radiant does
could
not
not
like
get
Dire's
out.
bottom tower, and it shows.
Radiance inching ever closer for this Necrophos. Top net worth in this game, followed by the Mars and the Weaver on his team. The Spear back, the Cookie forward from the Snapfire has the potential to be good, but the Trample in. The Blade Mail from this Primal Beast will get the return kill onto this Lion. A maybe, let's call it substandard Reaper Scythe onto the Visage. Not enough juice. The Stolen Reaper Scythe will be enough juice, though. Arcane Supremacy will get that over the threshold. 2K punished for his insolence by Yankee. And now it is the Radiant team on the back foot. Trample coming out. They're going to dive a bit with Kagame on this Primal Beast. 4 Dire Heroes mid, though. Still a 5K lead for this Radiant team. Visage and the 4 Birds. Now without their captain. Or net worth leader. Crazy fighting in mid lane.
Rubik gets a permanent stack from that. So now it has the mana regen, the health regen. That's giant.
Yeah, 4 HP and 2 mana.
Yes, that doubles your HP regen and gives you a hefty amount of mana.
Yeah, I mean, that's everything Rubit's like. Rubit? Rubit! He's the computer science sort of analog to Rubik, of course.
Sure.
Hand of Midas recipe queued up for Ogre Magi, and I am watching you, bud. I am watching you. Do not exploit. I think there was a post in the MD2L general channel saying, please do not exploit Midas. Valve is a small indie company, and they only have so many software engineers to go around. Scattershot a little off the mark down here onto Calypsis on this Lion. So the suck will go off unabated. Calm watches over the battlefield.
Tom Zeus or Todd. Battle Fury is up on the Ursa, around 18 minutes. Time to go into recovery mode. Ursa can recover if given the time and space, and the map is large enough for it. They don't have the best siegers on the side of the Radiant here. Weaver can hit. Necrophos is not good at hitting. Mars is not good at hitting towers. Pre-Oghanims.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, could get the Blueberry Oghanims and do their thing, but it's going to be a 3-man smoke now from the Dire team. A really good timing push now that Lion Stun will be down for this engagement, and they go in. Claws out, the charge in from the Primal Beast, the Trample, the Reaper Scythe will clean up the Ogre Mage before he's the chance to react or do anything. Big stun, though. Mourner's Kisses coming in the back, onto Calypsis. Edging down and down, but there's going to be a pretty sizable arena of blood onto at least the Rubik. A counter Reaper Scythe now onto Rubik himself. He got another stack from that. He's up to 2. Yeah, Necrophos also up to 2. And will clean up, or get cleaned up, rather, by Clarkles. Yeah, no tier 1 here to get, so it will be a pretty even 2-2 split. A little economic edge for our Dire team, Team TBD. Gets about 400 gold from that. Gold lead still on the side of the Radiant, though. That's a 6K gold lead, 12-8 kill score here in Game 2 between Visage and the 4 Birds and Team TBD.
Yeah, exciting game so far. A ton of team fight coming through from this Mars, just ready to rumble. And it looks like they're going to make a smoke play, this Lion and Mars with no arena.
Yeah, I mean, Visage scouting things out. Weaver scouting things out, rather, by the Visage. And there's the Blink, the Hex, a Blink, the Spear. This is a mobile kill squad out here from Visage and the 4 Birds. The Finger committed to lock up that kill onto Vitruvius.
Yeah, this is a much different game we're seeing here.
This is a team that is pissed off that they lost that first game, almost assuredly.
Yeah, kind of a flip in middle. Now we're seeing this massive Necrophos, just Boots of Travel, Radiance, just has, they're ready, going for the Shard. The Shard's going to be a big problem for these backline heroes. They can't tank that
the
Radiance.
Death Seeker? Yeah, that is tough.
Yeah.
Of course, you look at the grabs here, and it's a bit of a different story from that first game.
Radiant's middle tower is about to be a pile of smoking
Visage
rocks.
and the 4 Birds with a pretty commanding lead. This is not quite as close. I think at this point in the game there was only like a 2K, maybe like a 3K lead for one team or the other, and it would go back and forth. But we're going to see a smoke here now for Team TBD, Rubik and Snapfire looking for blood. Will not find any. Radiant is not home. On the other side of the map.
Hunting bounties.
Hunting bounties.
Splitting things out. And it's space for Ursa, right? Just Battle Fury farming away.
Yep. Doing his thing. Nothing queued up next.
Radiant's throwing all they've got at Dyer's bottom tower.
Midas is up. And suspiciously almost off cooldown for that first charge. Oh, there's the blink. The Yules, the Arena of Blood onto this Ursa, and they can blow him up right as he ults. 2K now, getting Mortimer kisses. The charge in from the Primal Beast. Is that a wise choice? Is Weaver now picking people off in the back line, finds the Rubik, and there's a very aggressive blink in from Clarkles. And now Tanoob is going to face the Fury. The Reaper Scythe comes down. Will start healing up. A huge stun onto Primal Beast, the multicast. It's a dive under the tier 3 from Radicus on this Weaver. It's a full team wipe. That's a 5 on the deck for Team TBD.
Yeah, just the aggressive initiation on the Ursa. Ursa's going to be alive. Your consistent damage through these fights, and that was a long fight. You're not going to win that against the Necro. That's as farmed as this Necro is. So it was just a systematic slaughter.
Yeah, that's 3 stacks up now for Reaper's Scythe. Has the Radiance, has the Boots of Travel, can come to any of these engagements. And you look at the mobility from Lion, from Mars, from Weaver even. You know, it's kind of has that newly nerfed Leapner up, and they set their eyes onto this Ursa. Finds him in lane. There's the Hex, the stun. Does he have his ult? He does. He's going to limp away with no mana. Doesn't need mana for his ultimate, though. Who made that call? Kind of insane to me. You can just use abilities without mana as a support, but you know, I'm not Ice Frog. I didn't make Deadlock. What do I know?
What do I know? Oh man, they're all around.
Oh, Calypsis will find the Ursa. The Ursa with a tactical insertion gets hexed up, screams at Lion. He's harmed very badly. There comes the spear, and it's going to be a spoiled cream, let's say. Rubik goes down again. Radicus just has this Rubik's number. Will time-lapse away to remove that damage. They find the blink. Oh, the cookie in again from Tanoob. You gotta stop it, man. It's never working out for you. Gets cleaned up. 3 on the deck. 3 for nothing for Visage and the 4 birds. Boldly going up to 12k now as they are pushing this tier 2 bot for the Radiant.
Yeah, this is out of control. The Ogre's about to be ahead of the Ursa net worth.
Never what you want to see. The Midas suspiciously again off of cooldown. I'm watching you, buddy. I don't know what you're doing. I don't know what kind of micro you're attempting. But I'm seeing you. You're on notice.
Yeah, well, the cooldown's building up there. Let's see if we can use it before it gets to 2.
Yeah. You know, we're pocket watching here at Heckle Studios. It's what the people want to see.
Oh, rolling deep. Let's see. Come on, Midas. Any multicast?
No
No.
multicast. Oh.
No multicast.
Suspiciously on 40 seconds of charge. Okay. I'm not pointing fingers.
No Octarine queued up this time.
Yeah, Pavarine. Right? Paravane. It's an honest mistake.
Yep.
Paravane.
And the Lion actually caught up to the Ursa too.
Oh, wow. Yeah, I mean, this Lion has been extremely active ever since he got that Blink Dagger. Been using Finger very effectively. You know, you combo that up with the Necrophos, and you just got a ticket for disaster. That's just so much damage. It's...
It is calculable. It's a lot. Roche is always on the menu, though. You have +1 here at a tank, and Ursa can take that.
Well, he could if the Radiant were not already taking it. Visage and the 4 birds helping himself to this Roshan. The bugs are doing their job. Weaver scooting around. Almost assuredly will go to the Weaver. Use the Wraith Band to the backpack to get that. TBD knows this. Will respond with a tier 1 kill.
What do you do? How do you stop this Weaver? How do you hold him down?
There's Lift. There's a Primal Beast ult. You have to kill them during that duration, though.
Yeah.
And that is tough.
If you don't do like 1,700 damage post-mitigation, it's all gone.
Yeah, well, they have the Ursa for physical burst. They've got Soul Assumption.
Yeah, good point.
Follow-up stun from the Snapfire, if she should so choose to cookie herself.
Dire's top tower is really taking a beat.
Playing with her own life.
The halberd is coming out from this ogre. That's a mature pick.
Oh, from
If you're
Ogre?
in the
Oh, the
vicinity of Dire's
multicast
top
on
tower,
Halberd.
I'd put on a hard hat. That
Like that a
baby's
lot more
coming
than
down.
the Octarine core, again. I'm watching you, bud. And this,
Beat up on Weaver, like, wow.
I gotta say that this this pivot in drafting strategy from that first game is working out a lot better for them. You know, they're knocking on the door at 26 minutes, 17k gold lead here, 21 to 8 kill score lead. So much more in command with these team fights. You know, these Arena of Bloods have been spot on. Big picks with Finger of Death and Reaper's Scythe, like we were mentioning before. And Team TBD, I was about to say, is just gonna watch this go down, but they do glyph. Will not have this for the Barracksies. Should this go down, and it's looking quite likely. 2K thinking about just taking care of it himself. Yeah, no fear in their hearts. It's how we should all be living. And yeah, it's these barracks are just gonna go down.
Yeah, also Radiance is tough for Visage. Like the mischance from the familiars, brutal.
Oh wow, yeah, that's a very good point, Snoe. Very observant.
Ursa
And they're just gonna peck this thing to death.
They're waiting for Ursa to get the BKB. It's queued up, 2 components up. Oh, big fight.
Oh, speaking of Ursa, they're just lane cutting here. Maybe it might have been a bit of an overextension from the good folks at Visage and the 4 Birds. As Necrophos will go down, gets picked off by Kagame. That big primal beast ult. As this Ursa is now in no man's land. The smoke comes out from the Radiance. Will stop by to take the Watcher, but that might have been a critical error as Calypsis unloads his full stock on this Ursa. Hits the deck. How many stacks is that hero up to now? 3 plus 120 bonus damage. Killer stuff.
Okay. That's kind of sick.
Has the Ghost Scepter as well. The anti-Ursa tech, anti-Visage tech can commute that into an Ethereal Blade further down the line.
Indeed. Yeah, and like I was saying, that kill against the Necrophos was huge. Like, we were talking, how do you kill the Weaver? You don't.
Yeah, you just kill everyone else.
You pour the Mortimer Kisses on top of your Pulverize, combo those 2 abilities up, and dust off your hands.
Yeah, hands off keyboard stuff. You know, it's like a 7 ult.
Don't look now, but Radiant's bottom tower is getting.
Hey, and I want to play Deadlock. You know, that game is just so sick, but so is Dota. You know, it's like, what a joy that we live at a time where both of these games exist and are supported. You know, it fills my heart.
Play them while you can, folks, and enjoy them while you can. Right? Nothing lasts forever. So
that's true.
In front of you.
100% Snow. That's extremely true. You know, it's important to realize what we got. And 2 Sentry Wards placed precariously close to one another, instantly dewarded. Radicus will finish off these full lane of racks, gets the melee racks, top lane, and yeah, we'll turn their attention to mid.
Aegis still up. That with Gleipnir, Daedalus, and some life steal. Morbid Mass Panic queued up. That's going to be a tough task to take down the bug.
No BKB, though, really feeling himself against a Primal Beast and an Ursa. Doesn't feel too great, but you think about Mortimer's Kisses, you think about everything that Rubik does. If he steals Finger, it could be fairly disastrous for this Weaver, but you have to live through a fight first. Here comes a smoke from Team TBD. They see the Lion trying to greedily steal this this outpost. Will get punished for it. Even a cookie forward from Tanoob will go unpunished in this. This well clean pick.
We take those if we're kind of behind, pushing things out. BKB is up on Ursa, now going for the Blink.
Oh, a mature choice. You know, you could just go for Blink and feed incessantly on Cream, or You acknowledge you're behind. You acknowledge you're ratting it out, still putting that Battle Fury through its paces. And oh man, this Ogre Magi, Paravane, the Weaver. This could, they are outnumbered here, and they will have their bluff called.
Man, the Aegis has gone. Wow, Bird's got one shot because, yep, the minus armor accrues in stone form.
Oh, that is disgusting. That
Wow.
to me, that seems incorrect.
I mean, why?
I mean, on a philosophical level,
They become invulnerable.
but not immune.
Indeed, and not untargetable. It's different, right? The Ringmaster box is untargetable.
Can you box up stone-formed? You can't box up creeps, right?
I don't think so.
Man, I hope not. That would be kind of hype, though, to protect against backdoor.
Oh man, wow.
Some Megamind plays. I just gave you a preview of TI 15 Grand Finals, by the way.
Holy. It's insane. Ringmaster's a lot of fun, though. I've had some success playing the hero.
I think you're underselling it a little bit. Your Ringmaster is dirt nasty. Absolutely sick with it.
Super solid. The daggers are awesome. Someone was playing Shiv on Deadlock and was like, I want that in Dota.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, a blink forward in from this line. We'll find the Snapfire, but it was cruel bait. Calypsis sucking off the Snapfire, but there's the Arena of Blood to follow things up. Catches only the Visage. The Mortar's Kiss is now going. Mars forced to abandon the arena. Meanwhile, Primal Beast pounding down that line. I hear Reaper Scythe going on somewhere onto Tanoob in the back line. Not quite expired yet. Will cookie themselves away. Avoids Armageddon. But in the meanwhile, Free taking out this Ogre Magi. It is kind of a disaster for Visage and the four birds. The Radiant team forced to retreat. Meanwhile, this Necrophos forced in the back here will die before picking off either of the supports. That's 4 on the floor now. Kagami now dominating on this Primal Beast. What a blunder from this Radiant team. A big overextension without the Aegis.
Yeah, it's kind of a deep link, and like you said, no Aegis. Always going to be hard to fight high ground without Aegis. It's a nightmare.
6K gold swing from that fight. Down to 11K. Visage and the four birds still in control of the gold lead, in control of the kill lead as well. Still has that lane of frags, so it is not Armageddon oh man, folks, it's tough. Clarkles and the boys. Armageddon.
Cream's coming online.
Who is?
Cream.
Oh yeah. Yeah, no, this Ursa, after that fight, it has their Blink Dagger now, $300 in the pocket.
Shard on the courier.
Little skirmish up here. Gleipnir onto the Primal Beast. Radicus poking him down. Has the bug on his dick. There's the... will BKB right out of this Arena of Blood. Starts TPing away and will be successful. So that is a... is an Arena of Blood down for 90 seconds. Will they make the best of it?
Yep. And a Ogre Magi with a Mystic Staff in the backpack, because, as a reminder, it does not do anything.
That's true. This hero is too stupid to exist. Max Intelligence is 0 and will never get higher through Strength items. Or through Intelligence items. Or anything.
Yep, maybe you want to go Tiara Salamene first.
Yes.
If you can.
Yeah, I mean, the mana regen is good. Of course, the bracers are providing that. Max mana and mana regen acting as a sort of stand-in for the bonuses from intelligence. These are gained through strength. And, the bloodlusted super ranged creep, though. Going hard as a mother in the paint. Look at this thing.
She's thumping. Piercing damage, by the way. I'm crazy.
Yeah, man. Oh, yeah.
Dude,
Party
creeps,
hard, dude.
You know their creeps passive? Melee creep?
Destroyed. I do not. Runty. Runty, dude. Reduce damage to hero units. Wow, I did not know that.
Yep.
Wow.
Melee creeps are not what they used to be.
No, definitely not. Definitely not. That's what I call my little cat, because she was the runt of her. So she's not too different from a melee creep. Shoutouts.
Yeah.
It's going to be another Roshan for Visage and the Four Birds. Roshan screaming in agony as he realizes the familiar aggressors from before are back to kill him and loot his goods for a second time. The gold lead was briefly down to 10k, back up to 11k, and we check these graphs, and the odds are still very much within the Radiant team, although they are not quite what they were. A little dent in their plans, but going to be a mass TP out the Twin Gate. There's a smoke onto 2. This Necro and Lion. They're looking to find this Rubik who was pushing out bottom. Radicus now on this Weaver, going forward, fishing. Finding no one, this Rubik. Spidey senses tingling, will TP out in the river quite brazenly, but will be rewarded.
Wow, those TPs were giant.
Who dares wins. Meanwhile, we check out the itemization from this Visage. Looks very familiar. Has his flats, has the Boots of Bearing, has the Pipe of Insight. Gonna mitigate a lot of that damage coming out from the Radiance. Death Pulses, all of Lion's stuff, Ignite. Very good pipe game. Has the Orchid for that kill potential too, because remember, at the end of the day, Visage is still a core. You can't go too utilitarian.
Yep, John Stuart Mill hanging his head somewhere.
Yeah. I'll be the first to say it. Fuck that guy. I think he has hurt a lot of people's brains with his awful philosophy.
Okay.
Radicus now with this Aegis for 3 minutes, focusing on the bottom T3. A little banged up. Does have those lava cookies coming out from Snapfire. Again, not on the hero themselves, on the creeps. Good harassment. Also does not put them in imminent danger. We'll deploy Roshan's banner. The go order has been called for right now. There's the stun, though, and the lift. It's going to be a time-lapse back. Radicus back into safety. This tier 3 dropping low. Atos deployed against them as well, but there is the stun. They will skir away. There's the Hex. And the Arena of Blood onto 3, including some Visage familiars. The BKB, the Mortimer's Kiss is coming out. It's an absolute fiesta of abilities. It's kind of hard to tell what's going on. It's looking kind of bad for this Radiant team. 2K dropping low is on the deck. No buyback. Ogre Magi also dead. The Aegis was also expended in there during that fight. Time-lapse as well. Huge fight here for Team TBD. They are still showing plenty of life in these team fights. They do lose their tier 3 bottom, though. They hold on to these racks, and see this fight recap. It's going to be a 3,500 gold swing. Oh, yep, more fighting going on here in the mid lane. We'll take out Radicus. That's 4 on the deck now. The Lion going down as well. Only the Lion has buyback. Gold lead down to 4k. This could be at least a tier 2, if not some tier 3 damage now, as the Radiant team, Team TBD, is storming down mid. They have proven that, indeed, these gods can bleed, and now is their time to take advantage.
Yeah, the timing was kind of brutal, because when the Mars had that big ult, the Weaver was respawning.
Oh
from
my
Aegis,
god.
The Ursa just got that Aegis.
I am not a betting man, unless
So
it's basketball.
if you can't
Football,
buzz, you
horse
can't
racing,
follow up.
rugby, cricket, or curling.
Like the Necrophos tried to follow up, but ended up in too deep.
Radiant's top
So
tower
the
won't
rest
be
of the team
salted.
was behind.
Dyer's middle tower
Man,
is taking
sad.
one hell of a beating.
It's a little depressing to see that the only thing that they could have gotten out of this was the final T1 on the map. Probably could have commuted that into a larger objective game. Yeah, tier 2 mid.
Well, what about the gold? I mean, the gold leads down to 2k. You get to get your lanes pushed out.
Yep, I mean, it's safe to say that this Ursa has fully recovered from his pretty lackluster early and mid game. You remember, at one point, the Ogre was above him in net worth, but now has that Blink, has the Basher, has 3,200 gold. Like, this Ursa is here, and he's him.
That's one of the big benefits of the Battle Fury build. Like, if you go Diffusal or like a fighty item and you're behind, your game's just over. But the Ursa was able to tuck themselves in the jungle, get the BKB when they needed it, then the Blink and a Basher, and then all of a sudden this Ursa's punching holes through these fights.
Yeah, extremely level too as well, matching Necrophos' level. Highest on the Radiant side. I'm sure there's one of those in here, hero level. Yep.
I can't believe this.
Yeah. Well, you know, it ain't over till it's over, right? So we are going into the 40-minute mark here. I believe the other game was done at this point, as you know that Juggernaut just kind of took control of that game in ways that this Weaver maybe has not been able to. There'll be an Ags queued up for Ursa as well for his next item.
It was just the first death after that crazy Vigo on middle. Just two heroes blunk on each other in the river. It's brutal, and then they wipe.
Disaster. How many cookies have Tanoob been using on themselves, I wonder?
Not too many these days, opting for the Holy Locket mechanism build.
Oh, wow. Somebody didn't read the patch notes. It's
I
bad
mean,
now.
Not nerfed.
It's no, Snow, it's just bad.
Well, not
Used
necessarily.
to be good. No, it's a fine build. Glimmer Cape queued up, and the G-Greaves as well. And, oh, whoa. Did not, it's Rubik. Definitely not where he should have been. Has the Phylactery and the Aether Lens, too.
Double damage.
Kind of stunting after that, maybe not so good start.
Yeah, wow. Rubik's caught up. That's a lot of damage.
Oh, yeah. You know, that gets applied before the Fade Bolt, so that's getting amped up, and then, you know, you look at all Lion spells. Any of them are good to steal. Some maybe more than others.
Yeah, you don't really want mana drain. No good illusion purging this game.
Sure. Not yet. You know, no Mantis style on Weaver quite yet. Still struggling to get that Satanic up, though.
Abyssal up on Ursa, going for the Oggs after. That's going to be a problem.
Yeah, I mean, this Ursa is already living through these fights, causing havoc. Sniping backliners in the same way that 2K and Radicus have been doing on this Radiant side. And, you know, they got to turn these swings into objectives, because right now they are still strictly on the back foot. Starting to recover gold-wise over there on the Radiant side. Visage and the Four Birds exerting that map control up to a 6K gold lead now. But again, that can all just evaporate. We just saw it last fight, last high ground push. Are they really just going to sit around and farm and wait for the next Roshan? That's not for another 40 seconds. Other objectives around the map. Tormentor buttholes are closed on one side, maybe not both. Wisdom Rune out for our Radiant side.
Arc up and Shiva's on the Necro along with the Nogginins.
What is the new Oggs? Oh, that's health regen supporting Heartstopper aura.
Relevant. That is relevant. That's going to hurt.
That's not HP removal anymore, right? That is magic damage? Yes.
Yes. Correct.
Yeah, it's another boomer question. Is it doing chaos damage anymore?
Shout out to Witch Doctor.
Yep. My colonoscopy is next week. Just kidding. It's just a 4-hour tech interview, which is like a colonoscopy in ways.
That's good.
Just get in there, poke around, see if I really know all the things I say I know. G-Greaves up on the Zogre Magi. Has the Scythe of Vice as well. You know, this multicast Scythe could really turn a fight on its head if you can, you know, hex 4 people at once. Even though it does sound a little silly to say when I say it out loud.
That could be game ending. That's insane.
It's, you know, you get the Primal Beaster in his ult, get Ursa with his pants down, you stop the Mortimer's kisses. You know, you're a hero that day. It'd feel pretty good.
Ursa's almost 25.
That's huge. You know, looking at these talents, probably want those overpower attacks, right? Although,
yeah, with the Ogginins, it's kind of cool to have Earthshock charges, but like 9 overpower attacks, it's just nuts.
yeah, you're just sort of right to bare arms. You know, you're like a chain gun, but you have bare arms, like B-E-A-R.
Sure.
I'm workshopping it. It's still kind of in the oven.
No rice tog.
No rice tog. That is for sure.
Ursa's just stacked now.
Yeah.
I mean, Weaver and Necrophos are still super rich.
About 100 off of that Aghanim Scepter.
But yeah, if you buy out.
If you buy out. And at this point, yep, I was about to say you might want to think about that because if you lose a fight, you could probably get mega creeped, but he does not care. Says this is more important than that. Far more important.
Hey, if you don't lose the fight, you don't have to worry about it.
Exactly. Precisely the calculus you need to make when buying your big ticket items when you're on a core. Now, Roshan, for the third time. How many times do we have to teach you this lesson, you big bitch?
The thing is, like, if you're the Radiant right now, you can afford to not have buyback up. Since you have all of your tier 2s, you have, like, 3 fortifies before you drown, and that should, even if you get to 90 seconds, you should probably be fine.
Yep. The third Aegis of the Immortal for Radicus on this Weaver. And it will be Aghanim's Blessing on Lion?
Lion?
Has it in his backpack, thinking about it. Eats
Maybe
it.
it's for the Mars, actually.
Oh, wait, no,
Okay.
swapping it in.
Smoking rocks.
Got a twin gate bottom, push through bottom. Again, there is no tower top to accost. Has that Finger of Death. Of course, it's that AoE. It's what all true Alliance strive for. That's when it starts to feel really good. Of course, the decreased cooldown is another great part of that. You can just kind of zap every wave if you're on the back foot. And oh, baby. The noob has to panic smoke to run away from this lion. Scout it out.
By the way, Earthshock charges.
Go in for the Earthshock charges. Okay, interesting. Bear's practically Slark.
Yeah, the Aghanim's is here, so it just helps you big. Oh no, that's not what it does. That's what the shard does.
Oh, the enrage when yeah, Earthshock. Yeah, it's pretty alright. Yeah, Cream is kind of has to be feeling a bit of whiplash from that first game, and they will absolutely devastate that Necrophos illusion with that smoke gank.
Yeah, kill the range rack bottom.
And they will lose that kind of for free. Gets Atos up. Scoochie's away. That Stolen Death Pulse by Rubik. That's actually a pretty sick steal. Has Sakuchi as well. If they were cheeky, you know, it would be hard to push into that. It's a lot of wave clear, and there will be a cheeky back room smoke from the Dire side. They're looking to make moves. They were able to defeat Visage and the Four Birds through Aegis last time. It will be a full 5-man smoke now as they gather around the Originator. And Radiant side, they're playing a little safe. They know that they are up, but they are vulnerable. You know, they've largely rebuilt their gold lead. The Cookie Initiation is a little off the mark. Has that detection out for the Weaver preemptively. They're being extremely cautious on the Radiant side.
They were thinking about the side stab there, but opted not to. All lanes are getting shoved in. Are they really going to just control the map with this Aegis? Can you afford to make a big push?
Yeah, I mean, you know, this Weaver Sieger, if you will, does get a lot of this for free. We'll glyph it. And this tier 3 mid is still getting poked down by creep waves, by, you know. The Necrophos still does have a Sacred Relic item, so those right clicks are non-negligible. Gleipnir onto this Primal Beast will rage it off. Or, sorry, uproar it off. That is a basic dispel, so it will remove that root from Gleipnir, but Snoe, nothing will remove root from my heart, which is, of course, A Major Triad's first EP. From
a great band.
Yeah.
I love those guys.
When did we make that EP?
Oh, Insanity. Happening bottom. Free melee rack.
Yeah, I mean, this Weaver Siege is powerful. You know, then the next fight could end the game.
Was that 2012?
I think we were in college. Yeah. Oh, but there's the Blinken and the Abyssal onto Weaver. Still has his Aegis for another minute, so maybe not the best best target, but it's a big 3-man arena of blood, but Mars will pay for it. There's the refresher, the second arena. The Venn diagram is up, trapping up most of the Dire team. Primal Beast is in there. Necrophos now getting slammed down. Weaver dies in the midst of all of this. Burns through that Aegis. Time Lapse is out, but he's gotta get out of there. Has very little health. Lion is next. This bear is here, and he is pissed. 3 on the deck for the Radiant. They just don't have the juice to finish out these team fights. Ogre Magi is next. Cream with a triple kill. 4 on the deck now for the Radiant, and this is going to be a big push right down mid. Buybacks on all of those heroes, but yeah, we see why they were so cautious to push in, as they do get that lane of racks, but it does extract a very heavy toll.
Yeah, wow. Intense fighting. I mean, Mars went in, got a really good arena, but has 15 armor.
2 good arenas.
Melted. Yeah, 2 good arenas. Got absolutely melted by the litany of damage that came out.
Yeah, I didn't even see he had that refresher shard. That was it's a huge refresher orb. Sorry, yeah, right. It will lift this tier 3. Weaver is still alive, the last living soul from that team fight, but there's the Hex from downtown on Rubik. Gets stolen. The Abyssal Blade, the buyback coming out from Necrophos. Weaver will hit the deck. Mars is back up as well. That Necrophos buyback might be enough to scare off folks. Where's this? Oh, I thought the Necro was going to do some, like, big plays. Just TP right into the enemy base. This, you know, could probably pick apart Noob.
Hex got buffed for Rubik too. That cast range is gigantic.
Yeah, I mean, with Aether Lens, with Arcane Supremacy, you can do that from like a screen away. It is nuts.
Still having Eye of the Vizier this deep in the game.
Yeah.
Gold Lead is evaporated. Ursa's top of the net worth. It's a brand new game.
Yeah, I mean, you've got to be sweating if you're 4 Visage and the 4 Birds. You were in such a position of power for so much of this game. Like we said, even your position 4 Ogre Magi surpassing the enemy carry in net worth, but it has all slipped away at this point. Like you said, the kill score is only has flipped almost. It's 1 kill now, just the advantage for Visage and the 4 Birds in their lead. Similarly, a Razor's Edge, 1k gold, practically nothing. You know, it is 53 minutes. If both teams can hold on, we're going to hit the fun zone, perhaps, in a couple of minutes here for those tier 5 items. And looking at these graphs, it's just, whew. The graphs still favor Visage and the 4 Birds, given, but, you know, severe dips in both gold and XP, like we said. 14 TBD, and yeah, you got to be sweating bullets now if you're Visage.
Yeah, no joke. That's no light affair. The gold lead's evaporated. Now that Ursa's a big problem with Nullifier, right? Lion has the cool Ghost Scepter from before. That's not going to save you this time.
Oh, the Blinken and Hex onto Ursa. Do they want any of this smoke? Here comes the Enrage while stunned. We love balanced abilities that make sense.
Wow.
Lion with that cone stun, too. That level 20 talent. Love that ability. Such a cool flavor for the hero.
That one's cool. I still miss the Earth Spike range.
Oh my god.
That was my favorite.
That was silly. You know, like the big boy.
So the big one.
The big one is coming down, and it's Earth Spike.
Yeah,
Radicus, though. That's Scotty.
Yeah, the gold lead always just creeps back in the other direction.
Yeah, that's the joy of having 2 lanes of racks, right? You have the entire map to farm. It's largely your playground, and they are keeping TBD honest. You know, there have been a couple of light skirmishes, some hexes thrown out by this Lion, showing this Ursa. It's like, yeah, you might be winning these team fights, but you are not God. You are not safe outside of your base.
Indeed.
You know, we check these buybacks, and it is, you know, almost everybody except for the Ursa have buybacks on the Dire side. Most people have buybacks on Visage and the 4 Birds. Checking that status, I think, is that Q? No. It's... Is that an O?
I have I as my default.
It's oh god, I went to I clicked on Weaver and I hit Showcase View.
Perfect.
Yeah. Now O is fantasy points, I is buyback status. Yes. So still 4 minutes on Necrophosis. Ogre is surprisingly just poor, although I will say, I've been watching you. Has that gem? Try to catch folks slinking away, dewarding the map, trying to make sure that this Dire has no advantages that they should not be afforded by being 2 racks down. And yeah, this net worth, it is just going up and up and up for this Ursa Bear. Has the nullifier now. Back that up. Satanic queued up. Has 4.7k in his pocket. Roshan respawning in 3, 2, 1. Camel Rupt. He's back. Radicus sees it. He's like, no, please, the Weaver again. You kidding me, bro? Come on. Beating my ass again. You've taken everything from me. And now you want more. Oh, the 4x multicast, too. The 4th
Ogre
Aegis
has
now.
2 Occupants. Give it to Mars. Mars needs Ogs.
Money changes.
Mars needs moms, dude.
Mars needs moms, dude. Mars would definitely be a MILF hunter. 110%. He's like, all those Greek gods are super horny. So, yeah, that's no doubt in my mind.
Sure.
Foregone
I'd buy that.
conclusion.
I'd buy that. Easy.
Now, here's the calculus you need to make if you are the Radiant side. You have gotten racks every single time you've gotten an Aegis. But in the past 2 Aegis pushes, you have also suffered mightily. Losing, 5-digit gold leads. Do you have to, I mean, this is not a farming Aegis at 57 minutes in, clearly. But, maybe they're not super eager to push up. Because, again, the fun items do come out in about 2 minutes. It's 58 minutes now. So those tier 5s, again, are on the horizon. Radicus, up pretty far. Gets stunned. It's just Ursa jumping in. And now it's just on. Lion hits the deck. Spear goes out. Gleipnir as well. Mortimer's Kisses. If they can stop the bleeding at just the Lion, if I'm the Radiant, I would be happy about this. They have to be careful now. The initiation range from that Ursa is significant. Can enrage himself out of any stun, any CC. Except for, I imagine, Hex. Because you're silenced.
The silence, yeah.
So that does have to be the counterplay. Ogre Magi, that is a game-losing decision, I would say. Because you do not have buyback. You're on the deck for 100 seconds. You're just trying to get an outpost for some reason. Senseless play. I'm sorry, I call him like I see him. That is some shit. I'm sorry. You cannot be making those kinds of plays when you're already down a hero. You're on full retreat. Yes, you have the Aegis, but you are in no man's land for a nothing objective. And now the push. Trample is happening.
I'm over.
Why is Primal Beast so big? Oh, but he is big, but he is not as thick as maybe he would like to be. Tier 3 down. Rocks are being thrown from Primal Beast. Oh, Necrophos, you gotta be careful. That amplified damage won't mean much if you're dead. You're gonna Wind Waker away. There's the BKB. Refresher ult from this Mars. The Reaper Scythe does not land. Kagami now pounding away at this Mars. Will suffer for it, though. Will die. Lion back in the fight. Is getting pecked down very low. A very good usage of Ghost Scepter there. But now the tides are starting to turn. Radicus is online. Visage stunned up. 2k. The Glock comes out. Calypsis with that Finger of Death. 2k gonna finish up this Visage in the backlines. Meanwhile, Rubik Sakuchiing away. That's 3 dead for the Dire side. Team TBD trying for a high ground push of their own goes similarly disastrous. High ground's just maybe not the place. That's 3 on the deck. That's like a 4K gold swing in the direction of the Radiant after those 2 senseless support deaths. And now the neutrals are online. They're starting to be found. Necrophos gets the first one. It's Mirror Shield. That's going to be humongous. That could turn an initiation from this Ursa, who is very initiation happy on its head. There's going to be a buyback now from the Snapfire as this Weaver is safely sieging from the low ground. Gets blinked and abyssal for the 3rd time in 5 minutes. Dies. Still has the Aegis, though. Kisses going out. There will be the Sakuchi and the Cone of Earth Spikes to cover his escape. It is tense now. Does get some pretty decent damage onto that tier 3. It is dropping low. But these are the sensitive times for strategic decisions. Do you choose to poke in at the tower? Do you choose to let this go? You have no Aegis. Seer Stone now up on the Ogre Magi. Mirror Shield on this Weaver. That is huge. That is massive. This means that Ursa jumps in and hits himself in the face with the Abyssal Blade. Churlishly. Foolishly.
Necro bought out, by the way. Giants Ring Mars.
Oh, man. You thought Mars was... if you thought Primal Beast was big, let's check this big guy out. Oh, my God. He's a 1/6 of my screen. Clarkle's in charge. Gets the Wind Waker now, too. Has the free pathing. Did he buy out? No. He still has buyback, dude. That's crazy.
Wow, with
Ursa
3K.
Bear
Necro is
jumping away.
2,000 gold from buyback, though, with 40k net worth. Bottom. Uh-oh.
Oh, baby. Where is the fight? Lion getting away, TPing away.
Oh.
Oh, Rubik, no, jumping in. That was a long TP, too. Good gracious. Went to the outpost. These are... dude, I'm sweating. I'm going to, like, have a full-on heart attack. I'm going to shit my pants. I'm going to throw up. It's like they're really testing me here as we go into the 62nd minute of this game 2 here. Like both of these teams, like every game is counting. The playoffs are next week. These are bubble teams. So these are teams that are not, they do not want to go easy into this good night. You know, and it is Wednesday night. It is a school night here on the East Coast. We're pushing midnight here. It's 11:30 p.m. If I had a job, that's right. Unfortunately, I have been laid off. I would be sweating a little bit, but I don't. So I can sit here and I could cast for 3 more hours if I wanted to.
Oh,
hopefully, I won't have to.
Don't curse me with that.
Oh, that's true. You maybe not so unemployed.
I'm on West Coast time though. Nothing
That's
matters.
true. Yeah, it's huge. You know, Snoe, sometimes I feel bad about making you take a private jet from Los Angeles Airport to Heckle Studios, but then I remember we have VC funding. I don't feel so bad.
Easy. Rubik has Apex.
Too bad.
Rubik has what?
Apex.
Has Apex and Conda.
Oh man.
Look at that stun range. That raw initiation range on this Weaver, dude. It's crazy. You have to be sweating so bad. Oh, also has Lincoln's. Oh, there's the blink in. They're looking for him. Oh, the big stuns from Ogre Magi. A blink from the Mars. There's one ult. They are skirmishing. They're not committing. Is there a second ult here from the Mars? You're dying. You're going down to this Ursa. The second ult is committed. Ogre dies, buys back. The Visage is on the deck, has buyback as well. Cream now, not so mighty. Hits the deck, buys back. Has this Cream spoiled? Has the age of Ursa passed? Has it come and gone? It's a stun out from the Rubik. This Necrophos is in deep. The Ursa blinks in. It's a Wind Waker away now from the Necrophos. They are buying back. This is so delicate. This is so sensitive. Both teams at full strength after these buybacks. A 20k gold lead for Visage and the Four of Birds. Have they finally cracked it? Has the donut finally... Have they finally gotten to the other end of the donut? The torus has been traversed in ways we're seeing a 2D slice of a 3D object here in the graph as XP and gold is finally going more towards the Radiant side.
Whoa, middle.
Oh, yeah, the fight simply will not stop. They do find the Ursa, a multicast up. Ursa is on buyback. He can't afford to die here. 4 heroes in. Kagami comes in, the Reaper Scythe onto him. Can't quite finish the plate. Cream falling low, dies. No buyback. A buyback from the Primal Beast now. They do not have their king. They do not have their champion. Lincoln's popped. A Wind Waker away from the Necrophos. A huge Finger of Death. This is a dieback on the Visage as well. And there's another Arena of Blood. Radicus has ascended. He is here. He's in the arena. Kagami is next. He goes down as well. A triple kill from Radicus. They finally cracked the dire problem. I'm spitting all over the place. I am going to shit myself. They are high ground. That's a big finger of death, but it's 4 on the deck. No buyback from the tire. I'm gonna have to wash my gamer chair. There's the Fortify. Are they actually going to try to defend this? It's the Rubik with the Kondo. There's a will. There's a way, I suppose. Has the E-Blade. Are you a bad enough dude to defend your Ancient? The Mega Creeps now. Oh my god. Almost takes out the Mars there, but will get punished. 2K blinking in. He knows he doesn't have buyback. They're dead. If they had buyback, they would have done it by now. But there's the Glimmer Cape, the Yules, and the Earth Spike. We'll put that Rubik in the ground. He has buyback. It ain't over till it's over. Pops the Lincolns, but this Ancient is going down. I got fucking deleted, says Ogre Magi, and that's GG. Visage and the 4 birds brings it back to make it an even 1-1 series against TBD.
And they had to work hard for it. I mean, going high ground was arduous. It was rough, but they cracked it eventually. Radicus was able to just slap. Cream maybe lost focus for just a second to go on that Ogre. It looked decent because other heroes were top, but couldn't do it quick enough. Ogre really tanky at that stage of the game. A great comeback attempt, though, by TBD.
Yeah, I mean, you look at these grabs, and it never, the win projection never dipped into the dire side, just showing the strength of machine learning at work. But, you know, it certainly dipped lower from the Radiant side. Like I said, a 2D slice of a Taurus here with those bumps, the peaks, and the valleys. And it was ultimately Visage and the 4 birds coming out on top. An absolute slobber knocker, 60-plus minute game 2. Never gave up for even a second, because they want that spot in the playoffs. Now, I'm not sure how this all shakes out, but, you know, next week we're going to have, I think, a bye week. Playoffs start on the 11th of September, and we'll see. We'll see, but what a series. What a 2-game series to end week 7 of the Swiss group stage of MD2L Season 17, Snoe Plaus. What a series indeed.
A great series. Always a pleasure watching 2 teams really put it all in there. And, like, it comes down to the line 65 minutes. Everyone's stacked, right? So, great casting on that last team fight. You were spot on.
You
always
flatter
so
me.
much fun to watch.
You flatter me, Snoe. I love it. Thank you very much for
That's
saying
why
that.
I'm here.
But that'll do it for us. We just have the one best of 2 for you here tonight on MD2L. So we're going to be signing off here. I've been Dr. Heckle. That's Snoe Plaus, and we will see you very, very soon. Maybe not next week, but in a couple weeks. But I do understand there's another tournament that's coming up, so maybe that's why we're not going to be broadcasting next week. Although we wouldn't be running counter-programming because that one's in Copenhagen. Time zones and stuff. It'd be like 2 in the morning there or something. It'd actually be like 5 in the morning. I don't know. But I digress. What a season. You know, we might not have been here every single week, but every single week we did come. It was a glorious one. And it has been my joy to cast this with you, Snoe. And yeah, I will see you for those playoffs.
Enjoy your pubs, everybody.
Yeah. Until then, stop buying Midas. Stop exploiting Midas. Give these poor janitors at Valve a break. And we will see you next time for the playoffs. It's been a good season, and the best is yet to come. Stay good out there, and we'll see you soon.
Bye.